All right, so this is a demonstration on how to paint the primary colors. I'll show how to do the secondary colors tomorrow, okay? So again, you want your water cup not full, okay? You need a small palette, you need a large palette. You might not have all the colors in these, so you need to look through the palettes, okay? Before the end of class, you need to have a piece of tape on the top with your names, your table name, and your class period. Same thing on the large palette. You need to have your name on here. You can see there's a piece of tape already. You also need to have your name on the edge, okay? Because we're gonna keep these up on top of the cabinets, okay? So then you can see which one is yours when you come in, yes? Okay? Okay. And then you need your different brushes. Okay, now I want you to repeat after me. I will not hurt the brush's feelings if I choose not to use it. Not all brushes, you don't have to repeat this. Not all brushes are equal.
Not all brushes are equal. Oh.
But it's really important. You have to decide not to use it if it's not working. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So, again, this is what it's going to look like if you do it right. Yes, there are mistakes. So what? Okay? You're going to be making sure that this does not happen.
Oh.
What's wrong with this one?
Too much paint. Wrong places.
It's too dark. Do you see how this person used too much purple?
Yeah.
You have to balance the colors. This person did the colors randomly. This person tried to paint in order of like every shape needs to be the same color. That ends up looking like too much, like either dark or light, so the value is wrong. Also, can you see the brush strokes?
Yeah.
There's not enough water. What kind of paint are we using?
Water.
Watercolor. Interesting. So you have to use water. Yes?
Yeah.
Okay? Then, if you use the wrong colors together, it looks like this. You make the wrong colors.
Yeah.
Okay? This had white in it. Okay, some of them they add black to. You're not using black, you're not using white, you're not using gray. Does that make sense? Okay. So again, this is what you want it to look like. If you have mistakes, that's okay. We want the edges to look neat. We want the correct hue based on the color wheel. Where'd my color wheel go? Thank you. So you want to use your color wheel to help you out. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, let's see if I can find one that doesn't have a bunch of paint on it. Okay, this one has the full color wheel done +1. Okay. I'll have that one up for you. This one has the full color wheel plus yellows started. Okay, this one just has the 6 colors. This is what's due after about 10 minutes tomorrow. You should be able to have the 6 colors done within 10 minutes that second day. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
You can see I have the other colors labeled. Can someone get me an eraser? You're gonna need an eraser also because you have to erase. Can you guys see my letter Y?
Yeah.
Okay. So if you don't erase it, you can't erase it after you paint. It's not gonna go anywhere. So you have to erase before you paint, yes? Okay, see if I can find one. This one's got the wrong color. You see that? Okay. This one we have the main colors again. Main colors, ooh.
Whoa.
Look at the edges. Can you see they didn't use the right colors?
Yeah.
It's pastel. We're not doing pastel. Okay? Okay, I'm not finding one that needs to be painted. painted. Okay, here's one right here, okay? So I have yellow and blue on here. I'm gonna paint the red. And then I'm just gonna show you how to do orange, so then you know how to do the secondary colors too. So I have to erase first. Make sure that you erase those lines, okay? And then I need to use, what size of brush do you think for this space?
Medium. Small.
I'm gonna start with this one. I want bristles that are nice and pointed. They're not like sprayed out. Like this one might work for a bigger space, but can you guys see how like the bristles are sticking out a little bit? Yeah. I never want to use a big brush in a small space. That might work for out here, okay? All right, so I'm gonna use some water, and this is red. So I'm gonna add water to red. And maybe I want to use a bigger brush just to put on the side. So I'm just like putting water in there. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. And then I can stand up my brush if I want to, like that. And now I'm gonna go ahead and paint. Okay? I'm gonna paint the edge first. If you go outside your space, no big deal. Okay, and then I'm gonna use more paint or more water. Now there's a lot of water sitting in there, so it works. Okay, and it should be the correct color because it's red. Okay, but if you want it to be this bold, you're gonna have to add another layer over it. Does that make sense? If I try to add another layer right now, it's gonna start to pill up the paper where you brush it too much and it makes a hole in it. Have you ever done that before?
Yeah.
So with watercolor paper, it's thicker, but once it starts like pilling up, you need to stop and let it dry, okay? Now this yellow, the yellow matches. Now not all yellows are the same, okay? Did somebody get me a paper towel? Yeah. Somebody get, oh, okay,
Yeah, I got
thank you.
it.
Okay. So if I try to use this yellow over here, does this yellow look correct? I can use my paper towel to help me decide. You know, that's more like yellow-orange.
Yeah.
Okay? So this is called color theory, and you have to decide what color goes where. The colors that you're given might not be correct. You have to have yellow, you have to have red, and you have to have blue. Remember, those are the primary colors. So if you don't have the right yellow somewhere, you have to ask me for it. Yes? Okay. All right, last one I'm gonna do is orange. I'm gonna erase. Okay. And then I'm gonna put some water in my orange here. And then I have orange over here. Okay, so now I have two oranges here. And you guys can see there's another orange out here, there's an orange here. We used this one up here, and that one was like this yellow orange, right? Okay, we don't know what we're gonna use. Okay, so we kind of have to figure out how we're gonna mix and everything. Okay, so you can mix out here, you can mix in this space out here. Okay, so I'm gonna check this first and see what it looks like. Which orange does it look like?
The reddish orange.
But it's almost even too much than that. What do you think we're gonna do to this to make it less like red? You could add more water. Okay, that doesn't change the color, it just makes it lighter. You're gonna have to use yellow. Do you see how it changed the color? So you have to use the colors. Do you see the dark line? And do you see the dotted lines? whatever color you want to make, you follow the dotted line to the solid line, and you're going to go to those two colors. Red is going to make the orange more red. Yellow is going to make it more yellow. Okay? So I'm going to add more paint in here. That's too yellow now, right? And then I'm going to add a small amount of orange, or I could add red to it. Okay? Does that look correct yet? This is the orange I want.
You don't know.
I need more yellow. Is that getting there?
Yeah.
Maybe a little bit more yellow? Yeah? Okay. Now I'm going to test it on my paper towel and see. Now it's going to disappear, but I think that looks correct.
Yeah.
Okay, then I'm going to paint my edge. Okay, and then I'm going to fill it in. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay. So whatever color you see, it might not be what you want it to be. Okay? All right. Good luck.